Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some really good news and as well a bit of bad news going on. But we're going to go start off with the good news first, mainly because I always feel like we need a little bit of something nice going on, especially with the PlayStation 5. Now, and for some reason you guys have missed it, for this week we've had a lot of really bad, turbulent PlayStation 5 drama. Layoffs from various different studios, some other outside sources, even the Xbox outselling the PlayStation 5 in Japan, and a lot of other various things out there that, well, people aren't really the most happy if you're a big, die-hard PlayStation fan. But at least we have one really good tidbit of news that actually came and leaked out as of today for a really popular title that a lot of folks are excited for, and as well, there's also, like I said, some a little bit more big controversy going on when it comes to DLCs too. So it's not always going to be all gravy in the Navy, but we're going to go talk about that all throughout the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. You have the Twitter and Twitch link down below, and a bunch of how links as well down below in case you guys do want to go and check those out. A bunch of really cool Best Buy sales, hashtag Best Buy ad, all floating around down there as well. I guess you guys are bored, we're doing a little bit of a quick Twitch stream too, so if you guys are bored, just swing by and pop a follow down below. First and foremost, this is probably the bigger news I'd say for the PlayStation ecosystem. Now, you guys may or may not have seen, there's been a lot of controversy on The Last of Us. The Last of Us itself has been a pretty prominent, series. The show has been good, the game's been good, but one bigger thing to note is that the multiplayer has been in really bad limbo. Apparently, some early play testers haven't fully liked it, same with Marathon, which we covered up as of yesterday, but a lot of folks were also assuming the game was maybe gone, finito, and never coming back. But apparently, as of right now, there's a little baby bit of glimmer of hope that came out over here, and I'd round this up to good news, because I think I myself was excited for this game, and I think a lot of other folks too as well also were hyped up for it. So the game director of The Last of Us PS5 multiplayer project, thank God, is still saying that he is still working on the game itself. Now, this is kind of like maybe like a very small tidbit of, I guess news overall, but the big thing is that this is big that the game is still existing. Now, there was like a lot of initial early teaser press a few months back, maybe around 8 months ago or so, and then it had a lot of negative press from the last 3-ish months or so, where a lot of folks were assuming the game was canceled, a lot of folks were assuming it wasn't going to a lot of budget, or it might have to be rebuilt from the ground up, or as well, some folks were even stating that the multiplayer version of the game may just be maybe a really big combination of the initial Last of Us 3 game. So if they make a Last of Us 3, they include the multiplayer, just make the game an absolute banger of a game. But of course, that probably would mean that the game would have a lot of development time, money, and all that stuff. But we've been expecting Naughty Dog to officially pull the plug on the Last of Us online multiplayer project at any moment now. But apparently it does still have a small team dedicated to incubating the idea. And the project's game director, who previously hasn't tweeted since the end of August. And this is why also a lot of folks are scared, because if, let's say, someone goes completely radio silent, and there's also on top of that too a lot of rumors and speculations that the game itself is going to be gone. It's kind of hey guys, I'm going to be quitting YouTube or something. And then you guys just don't see me post for 3 months as that rumor has been coming out from one of my friends tweeting about it or something like that. And I just don't address it. Don't tweet about it. Don't talk about it. Don't go on Twitch, whatever it might be. I think a lot of folks would probably assume I'm probably done so, or something's not looking so good. And, thankfully, this would be basically me making a video after a few months, and hopefully you guys would ever wait for me in the future if you guys care about the videos we make. But overall, they did actually have a proper tweet over here and showcase up on the account itself that the game is, still in the works. Now, it's not the most hardcore biblical tweet, but as of right now, it does have over 300,000 impressions, which is insane. And saying, I did it. Wow, that was hard. Easily 300 plus dead Marios in the process. I believe this is maybe Super Mario Wonder. Maybe I haven't played the new one. Also kind of looks like a Paper Mario, but I also think it doesn't really look like that too as well. And also he says, and so this tweet can live on in peace. Yes, I am still working on that game. Now, this is a very bare bones, very big reach for it, but the game, he basically has in his Twitter bio, game director at Naughty Dog, and I'm sure you guys know Naughty Dog's one of the biggest PlayStation studios out there, on the Last of Us online project, previously of The Last of Us Part 2, Uncharted 4, Uncharted The Lost Legacy as well. So basically, this is once again confirming that this homie is still working on the game. The game is still receiving funding. The game still exists, and a lot of folks are really scared about this. And like I mentioned too, there's been a really bad PlayStation week. So I would also say on the basis of the world, this would make sense that the game itself would be canceled for whatever reason. And yeah, I don't know. So anyway, they basically made a post about it saying, yes, he's still working on the game too as well. And he's also been very enthusiastic about the project too, describing it as one of the Californian developers' biggest efforts ever and a dream. But earlier on this year, reports emerged that the development had been scaled back after fellow first-party studio Bungie had also questioned whether the release would keep people engaged. So like, yeah. The story basically was Sony saying, hey, yo, boyos and girlos, we're not sure we're going to like this game or not. And then although no one really knows how many people are still working on the game, what the timeline's looking like, if it's going to come out to as well, but a lot of folks are basically saying, even as of last month, that the project was basically on ice. So right now that people are getting paid and still working on it is very nice to go and see, and I'd probably round this up to pretty good news at the end of the day. Now, we also had some pretty big drama too when it came to Mortal Kombat, where Mortal Kombat DLC packs apparently don't even include the alternate skins anymore, and we even had people saying it feels even more and more like we got scammed each day. Now, wow, like that's like if you have a community for a gaming game, yeah, that hurts. Like, that's not a good thing to see. So Mortal Kombat 1 players have hit on the NetherRealm's disgusting decision to not bundle DLC skins with the DLC packs anymore. The fighting community is currently making its views very known on the series subreddit, a community generating thousands of upvotes. And we touch on this too as well, where a lot of folks were upset about the game overall having really, like, you basically had to pay $10 for like a ending, like, fighting cutscene to show up of your character, and people are like, hey, we already bought the game, like, can you give it to us for like something to earn in the game or encourage us for multiplayer, or just not have to spend money on it? And people are not happy with it so far. Either way, but now it's even worse because now they're trying to go into, they're trying to nickel and dime even more. So although neither the developer nor the publisher Warner Bros. Have expressively said that alternate skins would not be available, players noted at the end of the recent Omni-Man gameplay trailer, there was no mention of any additional skins bundled with the premium DLC characters. And this is a change from the predecessor from Mortal Kombat 11. Which would end trailers in a similar way, but a pep in at the end of the teaser with details of the alternate skin packs that would accompany the character too as well. And as pointed out by the gamer, here's one good example too as well, where basically like they'd give you a better deal and kind of still be a little bit of a microtransaction, which is fine. Like, I don't want to say they're always fully against it, but I'm not the biggest fan of microtransactions, but people buy them, or like you still have to pay the devs for making it. Like, I get it, it's a company, but it's even more upset because a lot of folks are like, yeah, this game is just trying to nickel and dime us the best they can. Like, it doesn't feel like a proper good game, and it kind of seems like a big outrage too as well, where people are saying it's just not worth it anymore. So remember when we used to get skin packs included with our DLC characters? Now we get nothing. Basically said Youngstown and Mafia on Reddit, and yeah, it's been upvoted hundreds of times. The moment they announced that KP doesn't feature any skin pack, I knew they're gonna put every single skin in the store. Dario gang rise up. Honestly, this was one of the main reasons I got the premium edition. Don't care for any of the DLC fighters or cameos, but I'm happy to support the game by getting the premium edition in the hopes of getting those cool exclusive skins returned. Nope, I've learned my lesson. Mortal Kombat 11 had better content. They're too greedy this time around. Oof, like, you're seeing all this type of stuff, it's kind of rough to go and see. And as well, they also did have the same thing we talked about in a prior video about the $10 basically jack-o'-lantern animation that was meant for Halloween, and just a lot of folks are just not happy. Or like there's a lot of big DLCs when it comes to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, other various games, even like Overwatch right now has a bunch of like a $40 random Lilith skin for one of the characters. And some people don't mind. Some people don't mind spending the money. I mean, I don't really, I'll be honest with you guys. It's not the best. Like, I don't know. I'd rather go get a full game. I'd rather enjoy a game if I can, rather than like this. You know, I don't know. A lot of games, like, they spend a lot of money making the games, don't get me wrong, but they also try to go and milk the audience as best as they can. And I don't like that in gaming as a whole. If it's like a bonus stuff or side stuff or stuff you can earn, I'm okay with that. But other than that, I don't know, man. Anyway, so people are just not happy with the Mortal Kombat. People are kind of happy at least with the actual Last of Us game. And last but not least, too, don't forget there also is the PlayStation Plus subscribers. Brand new updates over here for November, where you guys can go get the Aliens game and also Dragon Ball multiplayer games upcoming next few weeks, in case you guys are curious. Where PlayStation Plus subscribers via Essential Games for November are the Aliens Fireteam Elite, which I think was an okay game, Dragon Ball The Breakers, which I'll be honest, I'd never even heard of that one, and Mafia 2, which was also okay. And you guys could also go get all these games as of Tuesday, November 7th. And I mean, I heard good things though about the Aliens Fireteam Elite. I think I got a press copy for it a while ago. I never had a chance to check it out, but like it seemed like a cool game as well. It was always kind of fun, like a Left 4 Dead type style game, a little bit-ish. And as well, Dragon Ball, I have no idea. I'll be honest with you guys, if you guys ever played it, let me know that it's a PS4 game, though. And Mafia's okay, it's a single-player game. Although I do believe some folks are not the most happy with all of this, but either way, free stuff, what can you do? Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have all the Howl links down below for our Best Buy sponsorships with a bunch of cool games. If you guys want to go check them out on sale. We have the Twitter and Twitch, if you guys want to follow up on either side. We'd love to have you guys there. And, of course, subscribe if you guys are new.